Well, check it. I've been seeing other postal workers going around saying they're trying to change our schedule to a 4-day, 10-hour work week, which obviously makes no motherfucking sense, especially because we already understaffed almost every day in every office. The thing here is people is not understanding that the postal service and the post office is completely different since we've been lied to our whole lives. Look at it like this. So what we know as a judicial system literally replaced the postal service because people don't realize who we really are. We were the beginning of everything. We are the military before they started fighting, because who was sending the contracts? The carriers. Every contract sent out is timestamped. It's like for the Matrix. So the mail carriers like me, we are technically a part of the government. We are a part of this actual reality because we're sending out the contracts that helps this reality move. So since the judicial system basically replaced the postal service as a third party, as I mentioned to y'all before, all these administrative courts are fake. They're literally a game for these motherfuckers to play. And the Supreme Courts are the only real courts here. And in all reality, the court is the paperwork that comes through the contract. There's supposed to be 3 people, 1 judge, and a defendant, and a victim. That's a tribunal. That's what we're supposed to be having. But again, like I said, they created fake courts to intimidate you and make you follow their rules, which is their policies, not the laws, because they can't practice the law. It's against their own policies. And it gets deeper. We have the clerk of courts, right? The ones that handle all the paperwork. Do the post office not have clerks? Do they not handle all the paperwork? It's literally no difference from what we see in these quote-unquote courthouses than what we see in the post office. Besides, the courthouse is committing fraud, conflicted interest, non-stop. Most importantly, the post office replaced the postal service. They became a third party as well, because technically, every route is its own business. It's no different from UPS, from FedEx. The post office became a third party and decided to take the profits that we supposed to be making. Why do you think our overall salary went down over the years? Why do you think the average mailman could literally have his own home, his own car, his own everything, and live comfortably? Because they made that much money, because the importance of the job. Without this job, nothing will exist in this matrix. So this is why the post office has been actively trying to destroy the postal service for so long, so they can replace the postal service with post office workers. It's no different how the way the policy enforcers, the police officers, replace the deputies, which what we call the county police. It says law enforcement on the county police vehicle, but it says policy enforcement on the police vehicles. Why? Because they be hitting us with that bait and switch all the motherfucking time, because we don't want to wake up and listen and learn. We just take the fear and we run with it and cry and never try to figure out a solution. Shit crazy, but I'm about to attach a video I made in the past, and hopefully it'll make sense to you. But stop listening to all these fear-mongering motherfuckers out here, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Just listen to the truth and wait for the change. Because I always told y'all, they're gonna come out, they're gonna see the changes happen, and they're gonna reverse it to make it seem bad. And only the sleeping people is gonna believe it. As y'all can see, this video was made February 24th, 2025. Check it out. Yo, Elon, you must send the Doge team to the post office, because there's no way we are losing $6 to $9 billion a year when we're understaffed, when we're behind on the pay schedule for 3 years, and we have the same vehicle since day one, bruh. We literally have over 100,000 miles on all the vehicles, even over 1 million, literally. Meanwhile, we have the police. Literally, I feel like they get new vehicles every other year, bruh, along with new equipment. The only difference is we are actually supporting the community, putting in work, gaining a profit, because we're putting in real work. Unlike the police officers, they just come through and write reports and steal money out of our trust because the reports are fraud, bruh. The bottom line is, if you had the post office and the carrier actually making this whole world go round, because if we didn't exist, this whole world will fall literally overnight. Like, we are literally essential and beneficial. Unlike a lot of these job titles, that isn't at all. But yet, they getting all the bread, bruh. Like, their service is literally draining your Cesar QV trust, like I keep saying, and that's your social security number that they tell you not to give to nobody from the first day that you get it. And there's a reason so no one commits fraud, but like I say, they coerce you into doing this. Like, why isn't there a fair amount of money going to the carriers that's actually doing the work? not the management, and I'm pretty sure that's where all the money is going to. Like explain how UPS salary can max almost 60-70% higher than a post office salary now. That don't make any sense. Why isn't they heightening the salary of the postal workers? If UPS contract through us, like the only money I ever seen the post office ever spend on anything is the AI technology, just to keep everybody else more of a slave at work. It literally doesn't make the job easier at all. It makes it harder. They even trying to get the carriers to do the work for the management. Also, we've been waiting for this contract with the union and the post office for forever. They still don't want to make an agreement that's even fair for us. But yet, these are the ones spending $6 to $9 billion a year and just wasting it. When really, we already know it's not waste, because we can find out everybody been paying themselves with our money that we should be having. This shit crazy, son. Anyways, quick rant, but y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be gods. Hey. Now here comes the people talking about the post office. Oh, they're getting rid of the post office. Carriers won't be getting paid as much. We won't be getting our mail. Bro, like none of this stuff y'all saying is making sense, bro. Y'all make it seem like Trump is about to buy it, privatize it, then let the Democrats keep control of it. It don't make no sense, bro. If he really trying to dismantle and get rid of the post office, why would he add it to the Department of Commerce? Y'all don't even know what the post office is. That's the issue with a lot of people talking about this situation. You see those places y'all call banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, etc. Y'all get the picture. Those are security transfer agents, bro. So let's say you working, right? And when you get your paycheck comes through the system as credit, right? But when it comes through the bank is the ones that turn your credit into debit. Meaning it's not a bank, because they don't even have no money, bro. They can only transfer it. Now, who has the money? It's the post office, bro. So what y'all think are banks is the post office. That's the only place that has direct access to the treasury. And that is where all credit comes from, the treasury. Meaning everything else going on around now, as in Trump draining the swamp. Meaning at some point in time, they had to go through the post office to access the money out of the treasury. The post office is the place that keeps up the books. This is why everything you see that comes out the post office is time-stamped. Once you finally take time and learn the law, you'll realize everything has to do with stamps. And the post office is right in the middle of it, because it's the only middleman of all commerce. That's why he's adding it to the Department of Commerce. Wake up, people, and stop listening to these people. That makes no sense. Like, they not doing any research. They just listen to what they hear on the media, and the media is ran by the demons. Like, it blows my mind how much misinformation is being put out, bro. And then they going mad viral, which even aggravates me even more, because that's the more people who's gonna be lost in the sauce. Anyway, that's another rant, but y'all know how to keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.